Welcome back, everybody. Today's video, similar to the shoes, which we just recorded, is putting on boots. Now, there are many different types of boots, and depending on what you get and what you want to get, I have a blog post about that. And if you're curious about what to look for in winter boots, I have 3 pairs here. These are Uggs, Nemel, that's the style. And then I have these, also Uggs. I forgot what style they were, but they're a little bit more intense, so to speak, winter boots. And then these, which are more intense winter boots. They're a little bit taller, a little bit thicker overall, definitely waterproof. These are waterproof. These are not waterproof. So when it comes to putting on boots, obviously it can be very different from boot to boot. The one thing is the tongue. So these boots here, because they're not waterproof, the tongue is not connected. So as long as the tongue is, you can loosen them up and bring it all the way out. So I'm not going to show putting on these because it is honestly very similar to putting on a sneaker in the sense that you loosen it as much as you need to. Remember to get 1 or 2 sizes larger if you want to wear thick socks. Grab the loop back here and just kind of yank them on. And yeah, so putting on these, fairly simple. I don't think I need to show that. But then when it comes to boots like these, which are waterproof, you can kind of see with these Uggs, the tongue is connected right here. So I can't get it any wider than the entrance that it has. And similar with these, the tongue is connected up here. So you really can't open it up too much for your foot. This is another reason to get larger sizes. But aside from that, I'm going to show first putting these on. So I put them on very similar to the way I put on sneakers, which is going sideways, your toes curling. There's a higher chance of that. And to be honest, I don't really have a solution for that. It doesn't happen to me. And if it happens to you, what you might want to do is do some toe stretches to stretch out your toes. That way they're not curling in. That way they're just kind of straight, so to speak. And wearing socks as well. Thicker, tighter socks will keep your feet pretty straight there. So I put the boot in sideways like this with my heel facing the inside of the boot. And in this case, there's a little thing down here that you can get your finger in and pull in. And then you can pull by the tongue and get it. You can only really get this so far. One of the things I'll do is from underneath, I'll grab the tongue and pull the boot in like this. And eventually I'll get it to a point where this pulling doesn't work anymore. I'll have to push it from the bottom of the boot. And you may have to do some kind of wiggling back and forth, but eventually you get the boot on. And you'll know when it's on because you'll just kind of feel that it's on. It sounds weird, but try it, you'll know. There's some other ways to get it on. For getting it off, I just kind of grab and pull it. It's always easier to take it off than put it on. So putting it on, I go at an angle, I don't know why, but I think it is easier overall just to get the foot in, because if you go straight in, then your ankle has to bend up, but here you can ease it in. And so this way, you notice I only push it from the back and eventually get it on. And then if you can't push any harder, you can go here and just kind of push your body weight onto it until it's in there. So that's for this boot, just to show you, is a higher boot, is a taller boot. And there are some even taller boots, don't know what they're called, but they just go way high up. Like hunters will wear them, people going in like streams to fish and stuff will wear them. That I don't have experience with, but I assume it's going to be similar, although harder because there's a longer, I don't know, this part of the boot. It's longer to have to get your foot in. So more things to go wrong. Now with this boot is actually one of the hardest boots to get on because I bought a size too small. But also because here, the tongue barely opens up. You can see it's connected right there, and it's not easy. So again, the method here is to go in sideways, and I guess I can go in straight and get to about here before my heel is touching this back part. But you can see the problem here because the tongue isn't moving forward. and the heel isn't really opening up, so I just get stuck here. But when I go sideways, it's a little bit, I can wiggle my foot in more. And so what I'll do is I'll go sideways, and I'll just keep wiggling it back and forth until now you can see my heel, the main part of my heel, is within the boot. So at this point, I can pull from here, push from the bottom, whatever. I'm just gonna keep wiggling it. And now for the most part, we're in. And you can feel in the boot, when you get the boot on, make sure your toes aren't curled, and you could probably push them. Like if they do get curled a little bit, you can push them out. But in this case, they did not get curled. So now the boot's on. To take it off, again, I lift my foot up like this, and always easier off than on. And that's it. That is how to put on and take off boots, winter boots. Hey, thanks for watching. If you've made it this far, then you're probably already subscribed. But if not, then now's a perfect time. Be sure to leave a comment on any future videos that you would like to see, and leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Share it with 1 billion people, maybe 5. Whatever you'd like. See you in the next one.